It's week 13 of the 2028 season, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Dolphins and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
Some might say it's cold, and others say myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had 2 touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's 4. Past the 20. And all the way in for
I want to know why there was nobody guarding this dude, man. Why he's sitting over there in the slot? I mean, man coverage, nobody over there.
2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, ends it.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
fake here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Watkins going up top. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Watkins. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Channing Tindall in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Nice little juke. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 14. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, McClain. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll run with Dobbins, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can he get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're doing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming out. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd down, Watkins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Watkins. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal.
On the jump.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. On the move past the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So now here come the Dolphins. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Brown coming right up the gun. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. Winds up falling incomplete.
Well, another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long.
Damn, they ain't fucking blocking, man.
To go here, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Pryor has it complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Channing Tindall. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. the sack. They'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. Looking left side, and it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they have been seeking.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A pitch comes to Hall. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And this one getting ugly early. A 17-point game at the half. A.J. Dillon, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Chris Olave, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams going back to their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. Running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got really good ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback.
Took too long to fucking develop.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run. It's Hall. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Watkins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This one is caught. It's Patton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then some.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he comes back with one complete. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson now. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
On third down, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's fourth.
Bullshit, man.
But not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. A strong showing the last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Damn! Fucking block, man!
He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the catch made, it's Patton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action here on 1st down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Watkins. Well, that'll be incomplete.
These motherfuckers not blocking, man.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 45 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
I'm going to have to have George send it because your mama acting stupid.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know what happened. She just acting stupid. I don't know what she's talking about. She ain't got no money. She can't do nothing. So I don't know what she's talking about. So I'm not going to deal with it.
No money.
Huh?
Fielding just outside the goal line. And good coverage there.
Well, that's not my problem. I don't have Zelle, so I can't send it over there because I got a different bank account. It ain't set up like that. So I'm going to have to have George send it to you. I'm going to get him the money. So call Jordan and tell him what I said. All right.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
Come on, man.
Some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 123 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Right back to Dobbins on first.
The fuck, man?
The 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. McLean, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim limb under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Jones, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out?
Come on, man. This motherfucker, man. Bullshit, man.
Big trouble.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And now defensive. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Okay, break.
On first down, Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there that, boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Off play action. Watkins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll look to throw. Caught outright by Patton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a give to Hall. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you can.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. after the touchdown pass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and the quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.